We are in Manistee, Michigan, and this is the Grand Rapids Eastern Railway Freight Yard. This is a GP 38-2, and it is currently parked without any engine on. We're going to take a look at their freight yard best that we can. What we had looked at was engine 2104, and then 3406 is parked next to it. Doesn't have any number boards at the top. Thought that was an interesting sign. Locomotive sanding tower. A couple of switches that come off the main line there. And then an additional switch goes into a small old-fashioned type roundhouse, which really isn't a roundhouse, but it was part of one. Something that I've never actually seen before off of one of the engines, but the trucks right behind engine number 2019. The front of 2019, this is just a GP38, it's not a -2. Parked along is some closed topper cars. And then we have some tank cars. A row of what I'm going to assume are rusty old parts that were taken off of the engines. Probably used for parts. There's some old wheels. And an old snowplow. Looking towards the 3-stall semi-roundhouse, I just happened to notice that the track that goes there, nice and shiny, so obviously they do use that for repair work, but where engine 2019 is sitting, pretty rusty, so it doesn't look like they've used that engine very much. Taking a look down at the row of tank cars, and just so everybody knows who's watching this, why I'm walking around this freight yard. I checked in at their office like their sign said, and I asked if I could take pictures, and they said yes. I said, will there be any moving trains that I need to worry about? And their response was, the two gentlemen that were in there, that I was looking at the railroad crew, so they will not be moving anything. I do appreciate the fact that they allowed me to walk around. Some more rail equipment there. Hard to tell, but there is a track that goes up there, switches off way at the end there. See if we can see it. typical of when they replace ties and rails and whatever, that they just make the spikes part of the ballast. And here we have the green flags on the two switches there. And then laying in the middle of the track, not being utilized at the moment but permanently affixed, is the stop men at work sign. And that's the track that splits off into either going to the roundhouse or the sanding station. Looking down where the plow is in that small little building and the other rail equipment, doesn't look like they use it this much, because look at all the overgrowth and how rusty these rails are. Pretty bad. Look at all these weeds growing in it. And of course, some more hopper and tank cars. It's hard to tell, but there are 3 or 4 tracks full of cars. You can see between those. And best that I can, using my extended arm there, taking a look at the tops of the railroad cars. So looking in this direction, you can see the black tank cars are on one track, the white hopper car and the silver hopper car are on another, and then those cut-off box cars are on a separate track. So it's not a large freight yard, but not really small either. And that's where the 3 engines that are here at the moment are parked, all facing the same direction, waiting to be used. That was a, that is a ballast spreader. Road markings show that it was part of Marquette Rail, MQT. Have an extra front end of the snowplow. This rail goes into that small building as well, although it doesn't look like they use it much. That's just looking down the track that the snowplow is parked on. I'll just pan around. There's the front. We'll take a look at the side of it. That's just the side of a truck-pulled small equipment trailer that shows you Marquette Rail, part of the Genesee and Wyoming Company. It's a closer look at the spare wheels. And a side look at the snowplow. The wings are tucked in. Doesn't look like it's been used for a while. But it'll give me a moment to say thank you to the Marquette Rail personnel, the Genesee and Wyoming Railroad, that allowed me to take a quick look at this freight yard. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you all in another video.